Why did Dick hit Barbara and ran? After many of you guys mentioned about Dick's fling with Barbara in the video Top 5 Most Cheating Couples in the DC Universe, I thoroughly went through a few comics regarding to events of Dick and Barbara sleeping together. So let me bring you the story parts I found in various sequences into one whole story and elaborate it for you guys. It's the time after Infinite Crisis, where Dick and Barbara are strolling around the Centennial Park, which is now having a second statue other than Superman's one honoring the memory of Superboy, Con-El, after the events of the Infinite Crisis. Dick and Barbara reminisce the past and their story before Infinite Crisis is brought to you, from here onwards from a perspective of a narrator. Dick and Barbara are on their first date, and Dick is already nervous about them skipping patrol and going out together. Barbara, on the other hand, is relaxed and trying to break the ice on their date. But unfortunately, police sirens go off, hinting them it's time to end their date and get back to business. Dick cannot help but looking at Barbara undressing and dressing through the rear mirror, which also caught Barbara's attention of Dick's peeping Tom activity. It's Crazy Quilt who is trying to steal the vault of Burton Bank. Both Robin and Batgirl charge towards him, although he successfully traps them inside the safe. Not to mention, it is not a place for a human to be placed. Both Robin and Batgirl are stuck inside, unable to move a single muscle in their body. It's during that time a very awkward moment arises when Batgirl cries, "That better be your utility belt pushing up against my leg!" Which we all understand what is really pushing. However, at last, Batman was able to free them from the vault and put Crazy Quilt into a concussion. While looking at Robin's unusual posture, Batman asks whether he is alright, and Robin continues to reply that he's alright, although he's bending to keep his lower body hidden using his cape. Dick and Barbara sometimes went out on dates, but there wasn't an official confession or a proposal that came from either side. Dick really wanted to confess his love for Barbara so many times, but at the last moment, he always chickens out. One day, Barbara hears this Dick drama and decides it's high time for her to take initiation and goes to meet Dick to his apartment. Much to her surprise, the door was opened by a gorgeous and exotic being similar to a human with huge green eyes. Coriander, commonly known as Starfire. When Barbara introduces herself, Cori recognizes her and tells that it's a pleasure to meet her finally, the girl that Dick highly speaks about. Caught at an unguarded moment, Barbara flees with tears in her eyes. With time passes, both Dick and Barbara move on both in their lives of crime fighting and personal life. While Barbara stayed in Gotham with Batman, Dick traveled with the Titans. One can argue that Dick was really living up to his name because of his actions. But during the time Dick left Barbara, she also made her own choices, which brings us to the movie, The Killing Joke 2016. Barbara continued to push herself against Bruce, and finally had her way by having intercourse with Bruce on a rooftop. Later, both movie and comic depicts that Joker's shooting incident on Barbara's womb area led to a miscarriage and made Barbara paralyzed. At the time that incident took place, Dick was in Tamaran, and he wasn't relayed the message about shooting, and only after 6 months was he able to come and visit Barbara. Meeting Babs after 6 months, the first thing Dick wanted to do was apologize for not being able to be there for her when she really needed him. But all Barbara wanted was for him to shut up and hold her, and that holding me part kind of stretched until they held each other in bed. Without knowing anything, Barbara expresses her joy in being with Dick last night, making some tasteless jokes, but at last spit out what he wanted to tell Barbara by giving her the invitation to his and Cori's wedding. Being furious and angry after going through the contents of the letter, Babs lashes upon Dick, saying that she never wants to see him again and telling him to get out. Time passes. Things change. As of the events surrounding the Infinite Crisis, Dick adopted a new villainous costume and persona in order to infiltrate Lex Luthor's secret society of supervillains and seemingly attempts to trouble it from the inside. Under Deathstroke's employ, he trained Slade's daughter Rose, the newest Ravager. Deathstroke betrays Nightwing when Bloodhaven is destroyed by the Society. Nightwing confides that he let the villain Blockbuster die and asks Batman to forgive him. Batman tells him that his forgiveness doesn't matter. Dick has to move beyond Blockbuster's death. Inspired by his mentor, he proposes to Barbara Gordon, who tearfully accepts his proposal with a kiss. Batman then entrusts Nightwing to alert other heroes about the danger that the crisis poses. Dick flies to Titan Tower, but the only hero who answers is called Superboy, Connor Kent. Together they locate and attack Alexander Luthor's tower, the center of the crisis, only to be repelled by Superboy Prime. Prime is ready to kill Nightwing when Connor intervenes, sacrificing himself to destroy the tower, ending the destruction of the universe. Saved by the Justice League, Nightwing recovers with Barbara at his side. During that time, Nightwing dreams about how Joker shot Barbara and awakes with horror. Even though she is confined to her wheelchair, Barbara continues to support Dick with his training and helps him to get back into his old self. As soon as he's able to walk again, Batman asks him to join him and Robin in retracing Bruce's original journey in becoming the Dark Knight. While Nightwing is hesitant due to his engagement with Barbara, she encourages him to go and returns his engagement ring so he can make an honest decision for himself. While Barbara feels that it's important he rediscover himself, and until he does, they're not yet ready to be married. They part on good terms, though before he departs, Dick leaves her an envelope containing a photograph of them as Robin and Batgirl, along with the engagement ring on a chain and a note promising he'll come back to her one day. In the comic Nightwing Volume 7, The Bleeding Edge 2018, it's shown that Nightwing and Babs wake up together after spending some quality romance time together last night, but Dick doesn't remember anything. Dick leaves for an appointment he gets with Willem Cloak, promising Barbara to have a talk about the things that happened last night. Later, Nightwing tries to figure out things on his own and suspects that Barbara in his apartment is a fake. After confronting the fake Barbara, Nightwing engages in a fight with Worm, which has the power to suck people into a supernatural cyberspace. However, Dick was able to destroy the amorphous gray computer creature called the Terminal, putting a stop to the illusion of Barbara, whom he spent the night with. So, what do you think about the above storyline? Your comments are highly welcome. Please comment on what type of videos you'd like to see next from our channel. And remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channel to make it grow bigger and better. Thanks for watching. Peace.